New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time Show here, giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And I have some big news for you guys. Huge news. Mitchell Robinson returns. All right. Listen, Knicks center Mitchell Robinson was full participant at practice for the first time since December. Huge news for Mitch and these Knicks. It's a big deal. We thought this man was going to be out for the season a few months ago. We all freaked out when we found out the Knicks were applying for an injured player exception. And it turns out he's returning earlier than what we originally expected, which is a big deal for us. Todd Thibodeau also suggested that when Robinson does return, which now seems sooner rather than later, he could come off the bench. That move would be a departure from him being the starting center of the New York for the past 2 seasons. But given his injury history, it makes sense to ease him back into things and give him a lighter workload. But whether he's coming off the bench and starting, it's hard to see this as anything other than a huge beacon of light for the Knicks as they prepare for the postseason. So not only will Mitch be coming back, but he will most likely be coming back off of the bench, which is something that we need. I'm not gonna lie. I was a big proponent for Mitch. I'm a huge supporter of Mitch, but the way Hartenstein is playing right now, you do not want to disrupt the chemistry that's been happening with Jalen Brunson, Hartenstein, Dante DiVincenzo, and the rest of those stars. Hartenstein has given us a little more wiggle room offensively. It kind of helps to have Hartenstein on the floor when Brunson is trapped way out by the foul line. It gives, because Brunson can kind of just give Hartenstein a little bit of a pocket pass, and Hartenstein can make a play off of that pocket pass. And that's something that Mitch, as of today, cannot do. So offensively, especially with Randall out, Hartenstein, I think kind of fits better with the first unit as of right now, possibly even in the future. But Mitchell Robinson with the second unit is going to be a treat for us. It's going to be a treat for us. We have Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks here. Those guys have been a little bit iffy on defense. Bojan even more so than Alec Burks. It's going to help to have Mitchell Robinson back there holding down the fort. You guys forget, we were a top 10 defense when Mitch was here before he went down. Now, the Knicks went down a little bit after he was injured, but they seem to have regained their stride. The only kind of little bit of weakness that we've seen was when we have our bench unit on the floor with Bojan and Alec Burks playing extended minutes. So Mitchell Robinson should alleviate some of the defensive pressure that we see from those guys. So it's going to be a big deal to have Mitch back in that role, especially because, listen, he was a defensive player of the year candidate before he was injured. If you're looking at the numbers on cleaning the glass, you would see it. His block percentage wasn't there. It's not as high as it used to be. But when you're that big, he figured out, I'm not going to foul as much. I'm going to intimidate people, and they're not even going to go to the hole. And that's what he did. He intimidated a lot of people, and people won't even try Mitch like they try Hartenstein. Also, look at this steal rate. He was the 92nd percentile in steal rate in the NBA. You can already see the foul percentage has been way better. He's a 90 percentile and he's not creating fouls. And also, when he left, he was the top offensive rebounding big in the NBA. And that still stands at 5.3 offensive rebounds per game. So he's going to help us a ton. The rich get richer. The Knicks are already good at offensive rebounding. Going to add Mitch Robinson to this mix and even bolster the offensive rebounding even more. So all good news for Knicks fans and Knicks Nation. We have that. And with the way Tom Thibodeau was coaching and experimenting, I can see nothing but good things for Mitch Robinson. Now, I do see there might be a problem with Precious Achiuwa now, who's been getting around 18 minutes a game or so. Once OG returned, but with Mitch Robinson back, I wonder what role Precious Achiuwa will get and how many minutes he will start to get as well once Mitch Robinson comes back as the backup center. I'm keeping my eye on that because Precious Achiuwa has been extremely effective, posting numerous double doubles. He had a great showing against the Orlando Magic. But for me, when I feel like the Knicks have to play traditional centers, I'm definitely going to choose Mitch Robinson over Precious Achiuwa. You saw what happened when he played the Golden State Warriors. They had a 7-foot big man who was coming off the bench, and he torched Precious Achiuwa for a lot of lobs and a lot of dunks. Mitchell Robinson, that would not happen to him. Also, games like when the Knicks played the Atlanta Hawks, the same thing happened. Where these bigs and these like Clint Capella and Johnson came down the rim, and we had literal resistance. Having the two-headed monster of Hartenstein and Mitch Robinson is going to stop a lot of those flowaways to the basket. And then when Tom Thibodeau adds Precious Achiuwa to the mix, it's going to give us even more versatility when he decides to use them. So great news for Knicks Nation. Really exciting news for Mitch. I know he can't wait to get back in the court. And whoo boy, wait till OG comes back and Randall comes back. It's going to be a barn burner. The Knicks will be unstoppable, unflappable. The defense is already immaculate. We're already a top 7 defensive team already. When Mitch comes back, the clamps we're going to be putting on people, my God. We're already putting people in jail. I can't wait. So, thank you guys for watching. Man. And please turn out to our next post-game show. We're here after every Knicks game talking Knicks. Although right now we're on a West Coast trip, so our next post-game show will be on Friday. So definitely check us out as we talk Knicks on Friday evening. That's the show, guys. I'm out this piece. And as always, shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess. Some Mets out here in these Knicks YouTube streets. That's the show. I'm out of here. Peace.